Don't tell me, show me. Have you heard that before? How much trouble have you ever had trying to get it when someone is trying to explain something to you and all they're doing is talking? Getting it in print and trying to read it, well, that isn't always any better. But show me how something works and that's different. Yes, we're made up of different sensors: sight, sound, touch, taste, and hearing. We take in information from all of these sources to understand what's happening around us. This is why this particular unit is so important. Creating value with a sales demonstration. We'll start off with discussing how demonstrations can increase the value of a sales presentation. Then we'll take a look at guidelines for planning a sales demonstration, and often we'll be making our presentation to more than one person at a time, and so we'll go into an effective group presentation. We'll take a close look at developing selling tools that add value to presentations, and finally we'll wrap up the unit by discussing the dynamic nature of adaptive selling. So let's begin with the value of sales demonstrations. Simplify, simplify, and simplify some more. These are the three important points to remember in making a presentation. And this is what demonstrations do so well. Anytime you can make something easier to understand is of tremendous value. The demonstration can help bring your product or service to life. The sales demonstration backs up the claims that are made in the product information. If you have a product that the prospect can actually feel and touch, well, that item may end up selling itself. Of course, in many cases, you will be relying on models, pictures, charts, diagrams, and the like. But the basic idea is the same. You're providing some backup proof by showing the capability of the product. As you make the demonstration, make sure you get to the benefits to the customer and don't bog him or her down with too many unnecessary features. The demonstration can work wonders in helping a sales prospect talk about the item and even to better remember it. Studies show that visuals added to words of a presentation can increase retention by as much as 38%. And visuals can cut down on presentation time by up to 40%. The demonstration, furthermore, can provide some of the most convincing evidence of a product's capabilities, usefulness, and superiority. If you can back the demonstration up with testimonials, reports, or pictures, so much the better. The demonstration also provides a feeling of ownership that can translate into a sale. Why do you suppose auto dealers let you take a car out for a quick spin, or why clothing stores let you try on that dress or pair of pants? This is a form of demonstration that allows the prospect to make his or her own judgments about an item and even make a decision to buy. Let's now get into some guidelines that add value to a demonstration. Off the top, let's make it clear that no matter what's being demonstrated, practice the presentation and make sure any equipment you'll be using actually works. This will help you work out any problems in advance so they don't embarrass you during showtime. Make the demonstration creative. You need to grab the prospect's attention and hold it. Make the presentation as appealing as you can. Use custom-fitted demonstrations. What have we been saying about in each of the individual customer sections all through this course? That they're all different. Tailor a unique presentation to meet the needs of each one. Choose the right setting. Check the sales tools. Make sure all of your equipment works and works properly where you'll be going to be using it. Be ready for any technological snags. Back up everything you can. Cover one idea at a time and confirm agreement. Don't go too fast and make sure that the client understands every point before going on. Appeal to all of the senses. People have sight, hearing, touch, taste, and smell, and try to utilize all of these that make sense to the presentation. Now, the best restaurant commercial I can ever remember was a radio commercial for a steakhouse. Oh, when I heard the sound of that steak sizzling, all I needed was the name of the restaurant and the address, and I was on my way. Tell, show, and involve. Of course, you have to tell the prospect about the product, and if you can show it, so much the better. But if you can involve the prospect, you have your best chance to make a positive impression and even a sale. Rehearse your demonstration. Remember, anything that can go wrong will go wrong. But you can minimize the chances for any glitches by practicing, and you can figure out ways to adjust for miscues. There are also selling tools for effective demonstrations. Quantifying the solution. Sometimes plain old math can work the best. Run a cost-benefit analysis or a return on investment analysis. Show the product in a plant tour. Now, this can be very impressive when the customer can see the product coming off the line. Sometimes the actual product is too big to demonstrate, or there's some other reason why showing off the actual item is impractical. Well, this is where a model might come in handy. While not directly handling the actual piece of equipment, a prospect can still see and get an idea for how something works. Photos, illustrations, and brochures. Here you can mix pictures along with descriptive text. You can also make a difference in a use of an effective portfolio, reprints, catalogs, graphs, charts, and test results, and bound paper presentations. Remember, though, to make whatever tool you're using look as professional as possible. The laptop computer has become a very popular sales tool in recent years. Studies show that some 90% of salespeople now use laptops for some parts of their presentations. It can be a one-stop location for all sorts of written material, pictures, even videos for demonstration purposes. Of course, the big advantage is using a laptop in its ability to show PowerPoint slide presentations. The laptop can also create electronic spreadsheets. The computer can even be used to access information online for use in sales presentations. And an expansion of the demonstration is the group sales presentation. Many of the basic principles to a successful showing are similar, but there are also some special considerations to keep in mind as well when presenting material to a group. Rule 1. Identify the titles and roles of those who will attend. Rule 2. Check out the meeting room in advance and arrive early. Make sure the room has everything necessary for your presentation, from enough conveniently located electrical plug-ins and audio-visual capabilities to comfortable heating and lighting. Rule 3. Make sure your presentation is simple and clear. Don't make the audience have to work too hard to understand you. Rule 4. Anticipate all of the questions you might be asked and be prepared with answers. Take advantage of mental imagery. Make use of audio-visual gear, but don't be so tied to the equipment that you lose the edge of connecting with the audience through conversation, questions, and answers. Be sure the prospect knows the purpose of the presentation. Be ready to stop at any time to explain an answer and offer some highlights. At the end, review the key points and allow the prospect to ask questions. Remember also that the sales presentation will never go exactly according to form. There'll be questions, some conversations may result, and you may end up spending more time offering explanations and so on. So be ready for all possibilities. Even allow the presentation to take on a life of its own and go its own way, if that seems to be what's working for the client.